Go. Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we are finally going over the finished Ram TRX build. Well, finished for now, but anyways, this is a dream come true. I've been waiting for years for the TRX to come out, and I've been waiting for like half a year to finish this build, and I am so excited to share this with you. But first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to Addictive Desert Designs and also to AWE for making such awesome parts. So we've got the exhaust from AWE, and we've got the bumpers in the front and in the rear from Addictive Desert Designs. Now, I don't have like an official affiliate program with them, so this doesn't benefit me whatsoever, but if you guys want a discount from either of them, just ask for the Ben Hardy discount. They'll know what you're talking about. They'll take care of you. And again, it literally doesn't benefit me whatsoever, but I know a lot of you have been asking about the bumpers and about the exhaust and all that kind of stuff, and well, I just like to help out where I can. And so yeah, with all that being said, let's get straight into the video. And yes, this is in fact an $18,000 build, so yeah, let's just get into everything. So first off, we've got the least crazy thing, and that is the window tint, and yeah, we're just going to leave that at that. The next thing we have that you guys have seen a bunch is the wrap, and so I'm not really going to spend too much time on that. That's another big ticket item. It's pretty expensive to wrap a whole vehicle. Definitely worth it. Protects the paint, and then on top of that, I have paint protection film under the wrap on the front end of the truck, which also is not cheap, but it's totally worth it because I've got a couple of these little like rock chips here on the front end, and guess what? They haven't gone into the paint, so the paint underneath is still like brand new. Now, the cool items that we have just recently added. So first off, we have the Stealth Fighter bumper from Addictive Desert Designs, and I would definitely recommend this if you bought a TRX, especially if you plan on doing any sort of off-roading. You guys know I had a huge complaint with the stock front bumper and the fact that it came down so far. Now, when you're crawling or when you're driving on road, it's not really a big issue, but when you do high-speed off-roading, the front end dips down so low just because of physics, right? It's a really heavy front end with that Hellcat engine that, you know, if you guys saw the live stream, my stock skid plate was completely obliterated, dented in, scratched all over. And so as you guys can see, we have quite a bit more ground clearance because of the Stealth Fighter bumper, and on top of that, it just looks absolutely epic from every single angle. Like, it is just so sexy. And aside from that, it also gave me a new skid plate, so I have another skid plate to hopefully not dent this time, but yeah, that's great. It comes with recovery hooks, which is great, and we've got the rigid light bar. Now, I do have fog lights that are coming in. They just aren't in yet. We will have those installed, but the thing about this light bar that's pretty cool is it does have backlighting. Now, I'm going to try to turn it on so you guys can see, but again, it's in the daytime, so this isn't great, but the reason they have the backlighting is so that you can see the light bar at night, but then you're not breaking the law. So you guys can kind of see the lights right there, these little LEDs. So what that does at night is it illuminates the light bar, but then it's not breaking the law, because if you have the light bar on, I'm gonna turn off the truck, it's too loud. But if you have the light bar on at night, you're actually breaking the law because it's way too bright for street use. So yeah, it allows you to still use the light bar, but then, yeah. And I've got that auxiliary switch one. If you guys are wondering, the light pods at the top are 1, that is 2, and then 3 is the light bar itself. And I'll pop this on quickly so you guys can see how bright it is. Pretty cool looking. I mean, when that's all on, I think it looks great. Now, the next little part of the build was obviously wrapping around the beadlock part of the wheels. Well, they're beadlock capable. Haven't done the conversion yet, but wrapping around that part was actually fun. Now, the next thing that I have shown you guys a million times are the light pods. I just added another set, so it adds visibility there, and then I just have the coverings over them to protect the lights. Then on top of that, there's no reason for me to use these on road. So yeah, keep them covered all the time, and yeah, they're gonna help out massively with visibility off-road at nighttime. And I mean, it looks cool. Like, it has that like kind of like a Rambo truck look is, I guess, the best way to put, or the thing I've been calling this is Truck Norris, because there's that movie, I think it's called Invasion America or something like that, with Chuck Norris in it, and he drives a truck that has like lights at the top, and so like I have lights at the top, so I mean, trust me, it all makes sense. Now, the next thing is the other Stealth Fighter bumper from Addictive Desert Designs, and then we've got the AWE exhaust. We'll be talking about the exhaust in a second, but the Stealth Fighter bumper here in The rear, I wasn't a huge fan of initially when I saw the pictures, to be honest. I didn't think it looked very good, but in person, it looks amazing, and yeah, it looks way better than the stock bumper. And I noticed a really cool detail touch. I don't know if it'll pop in camera, but there's this line right here, and notice there's a line right there on the truck, and so they actually did that like little design touch that I think looks great. But yeah, it doesn't really look that great in pictures, but in person it looks killer. And you still get all of your stock parking sensors with the front bumper and with the rear bumper. And again, we've got the recover hooks, but notice I kept the stock ones because I think it kind of looks cool. It's kind of messy with all the stuff there, but I don't know, I think it looks cool overall. And then you guys can see Stealth Fighter logo right there. Obviously, this bumper doesn't necessarily change the clearance in the back end too much compared to the stock one, but it looks a whole lot cooler. And also, it's gonna be a lot easier to clean the truck because notice how we have all of the hollow venting. And then I plan on putting another light pod in that little area right there. But yeah, that's the bumper situation. Now let's get to the cherry on the top, which is the exhaust. So first off, we filmed a bunch of clips when we were installing the exhaust. So first off, I'm gonna play a clip that is going to be before the new exhaust was put on. So this is the stock exhaust. And then after, I'm going to play a clip that is the new exhaust from AWE. And then there's like a couple drive-by clips as well, so you guys can see those. We all filmed those at Tron Auto Lab when we did the install with the live stream. And so yeah, enjoy that.
First startup, let's go.
Well, now that you guys have seen all those clips, this is like the best thing ever, is remote starting this now to hear the exhaust. It sounds so good. Like, just listen to that. So here's what I'd have to say, and this is just my honest review of this exhaust. It is definitely worth it, and here's why. So first off, it does not ruin the sound quality of the TRX whatsoever. It still obviously has that nice beefy V8 noise, but what it has done is it's actually added some extra tones to the exhaust, and so you hear quite a bit more compared to what you hear with stock. But then on top of that, it obviously does make it louder. It does add like a negligible amount of horsepower and torque. I think that it adds like 15 pound-feet of torque and like 6 horsepower, whatever. It's already got over 700, so that doesn't really change things all that much. But like, this completely transforms the truck, and here's why. So from the factory, the exhaust doesn't sound bad whatsoever. However, there's just not enough of it, and so when you have like the windows closed, you barely hear the exhaust. You pretty much hear all supercharger, which isn't a bad thing, but like, I feel like the exhaust to supercharger ratio is kind of off. Whereas now with this exhaust from AWE, it's like the perfect ratio. And then when you open up the windows, so you can hear a little bit more from the exhaust, it sounds absolutely ridiculous. The thing that everyone's been saying is it sounds like an old school, like beefy muscle car, but then it's coming from a truck, and it's just ridiculous. I'll take you guys out for a short drive so you can hear that, well, at least as best as the microphone can capture. If you live in Utah and you have a chance to listen to this in person, definitely recommend it. Like, It is amazing. And so yeah, if you own a TRX or if you just own like a regular Ram 1500, I would 100% recommend this exhaust. It is worth it. It is money well spent. You will never regret it, and it will just make your truck experience so much more worth it. I am sad that I did not get this exhaust when I had that Rebel, because it would have made things so much better. But anyways, let's take it out, drive it, so you guys can hear what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is with the windows closed. And so this would just be assuming like, yeah, you're just regular daily driving, all that kind of stuff. And it is amazing. Okay, so here's another pull with the microphone faced towards the supercharger. Oh, now I've got the rear window open, so you guys will be able to hear this. And then here's like the forward view with the windows down. Here's another pull, because you can never have enough pulls in the TRX. Well, I guess we gotta do a 0 to 60 test. Wow, that was horrible. Okay, let's try that again. .7, that was a lot better. So I'm really trying to figure out a way to just like really describe this exhaust, because I know that the microphone's just not gonna be able to pick it up. And here's what I kind of figured out. Is the stock exhaust purrs. The exhaust from AWE growls. That's the best way to describe it. But yeah, I don't want this video to be terribly long, but that is everything for the TRX build. And yeah, this is like the initial phase. I am super excited. This is pretty much as modified as I've ever gone with the vehicle, which I know isn't all that crazy, but it's crazy for me when I only keep the cars like, you know, 3 to 4 months at a time. This one is not going anywhere. And then also something I forgot to mention earlier in the video is something that's really cool about this bumper is it really showcases the shocks from Bilstein, which, yeah, I think that's another cool part about the Stealth Fighter bumpers. Now you can really see them. Now from this angle, not really, but when you have like the truck parked in like a regular place and you're just kind of like looking at it, like you guys can see here off to the side, they really pop out, and it looks crazy. Like I get a ton of comments on the truck because obviously it's bright neon green, but since adding this bumper, I've gotten way more comments of people like, what is that? Why does it have such crazy suspension? All that kind of stuff, because, well, now it's actually showcased. So I guess that's another benefit of the bumper. Now that's going to sum things up for our initial build here on the Ram TRX. And again, if you're going to be getting anything from Addictive Desert Designs or from AW, just ask for the Ben Hardy discount. And yeah, trust me, they'll take care of you. And seriously, if you have any questions on any of the mods, feel free to email me or message me on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to help you out. Like I said, it doesn't benefit me whatsoever, but like I seriously am super impressed with the bumpers and with the exhaust as well. And so like I just want more people to have it. That's like all I care about, is I just want more people to have them because they're so awesome. And I'm hoping that like every single TRX has that bumper and every single TRX has that exhaust, because like, trust me, it is 100% worth it. And yeah, I'll see all of you guys in that next video.